Your union comedy on Saturday night. Give yourselves a round of applause and keep it going for your host, Josh Michelle!
It's me! Hello! Welcome to Magic the Gathering, the show. We are so glad that you're here. Who here has played Magic the Gathering before? Woo! Yay! This show's for you. You knew that. It's in the title of the show. Who has never played a single game of Magic? This show is also for you. If you're not having as much fun as they are, it's our fault, not yours. So, yeah, if you've seen a Lord of the Rings movie, that's like the level of knowledge you need. To catch anybody who hasn't played Magic up, Magic is a game played between two great wizards called Planeswalkers, known as Planeswalkers, for they walk the different planes of existence. There are 5 colors in Magic. And these planeswalkers go to different lands and use the energy, the mana from those lands to summon great creatures and cast spells, and they try to bring each other's life total from 20 down to 0. So, someone who has never played Magic before, please choose one of these cards. Who? Yeah. Yeah. You said you. No. Oh no, all right. Okay. Never mind. I saw the eyes said I've never played Magic before. So Plains is the first land that we have. So that brings white mana. White is the color of law and order and justice. Religion is in mana. Civilizations are in white mana. The lone errant knight who does good deeds. All of these things are in white mana. All right, and somebody who's played a lot of Magic. Lovely. We have black mana. Wonderful, the classic. So black mana comes from swamps. Black mana, this is the color of swamps, of death and decay. Passion is in black. Rebirth is in black. Zombies, vampires, all of those sorts of things are in black, and disgusting creatures that you might find somewhere deep in the swamp. All of these things are in black mana. Okay, so, right. Did anybody bring cards with them tonight? We'll be back here next week, same time. Bring them into the show. We'll use them. All right, so we don't need to worry about the faraway today. Lovely. Last thing we need then, to get us started, to build these great planeswalkers, is we need 2 opposites. So these opposites can be big ones like love and hate. They can be small things like salt and pepper. I've said this a couple of times, but my favorite show we've ever done had a suggestion of Keenan and Kel. So opposites, wide berth here. So on the count of 3, please, audience, do shout out an opposite, and we will use that to inform the rest of our show. So on the count of 3, please. 1, 2, 3. Spicy and sweet. I heard spicy and sweet. Spicy and sweet back there? Yeah. Okay, great. All right, spicy and sweet. All right, wonderful. So we have white and we have black. We have spicy and sweet. And now we present Magic the Gathering, the show,
The introduction.
He is Bill, Sugar Baron.
Bill,
Sugar Baron.
Bill's in charge of all the sugar.
Bill has created management systems upon management systems, bureaucracies upon bureaucracies, and they all say one thing. If it's sugar, Bill owns it.
Why do you think that you pay with bills? Why do you think you receive your writs for your funds on bills?
Bill, Sugar Baron.
All commercialized interactions actually began from the first enterprise that Bill built with his own 2 hands.
Why do you think they call it building?
Building.
Bill doesn't like to brag. Nay, he loves to boast that he himself invented the spreadsheet.
Bill's favorite saying is, where there's a bill, there's a way.
Followers of Bill are self-starters who maybe had a little bit of help from their parents, but, you know, they really started themselves.
Followers of Bill work incredibly hard between the hours of 9 and 11, and then they take a lunch, and then they work incredibly hard between the hours of 1 and 3, and then they take a nap, and then from 4 to 5,
And they get paid handsomely
Handsomely.
for it. Bill Spark awoke when his parents asked him a series of multiple choice questions. And instead of answering, Bill just asked questions in return.
His parents were flabbergasted. They looked over their notes, which they had prepared diligently. Nothing said anything about this. They gave him all their money. They were bambizzles. Bambizzles?
Bills.
Bambizzled. Yeah.
his name is Bill.
Sugar Baron.
His name is Kairos, Bracken Sea Spice Merchant.
Kairos,
the Bracken Sea Spice Merchant.
You want your food to taste good? Talk to Kairos.
You want your food to taste bad? Don't talk to Kairos.
You want somebody else's food to taste bad? Maybe a little bit like poison? Kairos might be able to help you out.
Kairos trades not with money, but with favors. You want your food to taste good? Maybe Kairos knows a guy. Maybe Kairos has what you need. What do you have for Kairos?
Kairos is a lone wolf, in that there are no known associates of Kairos. However, he gets his way almost any place that he goes.
There are multiple ships that no one knows who finances them exactly, except for one person, and that's Kairos.
No one knows how Kairos' spark awoke, but they do know that he keeps it on a chain around his neck, and some say you can hear it crying to get out.
Nope. When you need something, more than you've ever needed something before, so much that you would kill for it, Kairos is there.
Kairos is there,
Kairos is there.
and he will ask one question of you.
Hey, you want me to sort something out for you?
Followers of Kairos travel the Bracken Seas in single-person boats with a wind that blows from no one knows where.
They are the fiercest pirates and the smelliest merchants.
But like good smelly 80% of the time.
Like a little bit of like a paprika, like a cumin, like
If you're
but like
if
a
you-
buttery undertone.
Each
It's like an allspice, really.
each person actually has their own blend. We keep it separate.
Yeah.
His name
It's
Kairos,
Bracken
Bracken Sea
Seas
Spice Merchant.
His name is Bill Sugar Baron.
And this is Magic, the Gathering, the show, the beginning. Should be here by now.
I am here by now.
Kairos, well met. Welcome to Bildados.
As beautiful as the books I have stolen tell me. Sorry I was a few minutes late. I was admiring all of the sugar cane planted.
Yes, quite a feat. Hundreds of hands working to a single task. It's why I like being a sugar baron. It's very straightforward. You sprinkle it on food, and it makes it simply delicious.
You're good at it, Bill.
I'm great at it, Kairos.
Everyone in the world needs to be good at something. I've always said that.
But I'm not just good at sugar. I'm good at delegation. I'm good at building an empire. At putting the pieces where they need to be. But yours doesn't seem to fit.
No, I'm very bad at those things.
But you're good at other things. A melange of the outcast, the filthy, the odoriferous, the conniving. The effective, I will give you that.
Everyone has their own scent, that's what I always say.
Yes, but when the land meets the sea, there's this chaos. Sugar and spice ain't anything nice, Kairos.
Well, that's why I'm here. Because I figured things are going to come to blows along that shoreline unless you and I resolve it.
Agreed.
I've got pirates and corsairs and brigands and vagabonds.
And I have vanguards and paladins and stalwarts and coin counters. We could do this for hours.
Indeed, but we shan't, because by then the blood will start spilling. They want what you have. You want what you already have.
Monolith, that's me, baby.
Indeed, and it's up to us to say no. Hold your arrows, hold your swords.
Stay the pikes and spears and the trebuchets.
Because the adults are talking.
Oh.
We sort it out. Either I take dominion over your shores and sugar canes here on this island,
Or I lay waste to your armada and take the spices as my own and sequester them, I think. Set them aside and dole them out bit by bit. I like that idea.
as do I. To the old ways, then.
To the old ways. As you have been traveling, and are no doubt fatigued from your journey, I will take the liberty of the first turn.
By all means. I'm
Feel
still
free-
digesting all of that lamb stew I sort of robbed from that little hotel you have right on the beach.
I will tell you this, they're delicious when paired with candied dates.
I know, I stole those dates.
I was going to fill the air with a pun about dates and times and arrivals, and I've decided better of it. Feel free to put a second land into play. We should conclude these discussions quickly, and that
Awfully
will
kind of you.
move things along. Do me a favor and slice that right down the middle for me. Slice it. Thanks much.
No one's cutting mine because I may or may not be cheating.
Oh.
Oh, I'm not cheating at all. This is rough. Anyway.
All right then. At the start of my turn, I will place a third plains into play. Well, this shall be the first card I summon. The lifeblood of a mercantile empire such as mine. I tap 1 white mana and summon a trade caravan. 1 power, 1 toughness caravan, and during my upkeep, the sugar sticks on the tongue. I place a currency counter on trade caravan. I can remove 2 currency counters to untap target basic land. So it's kind of like a half a land that walks around.
Does this have to do with real estate futures? That was that thing you sent me a letter about, insisted I could triple my money?
You can't grow sugar without land, nor most spices, though I know some grow in bogs.
You know, I have so many bogs, but I never grow anything there. It's usually just where I keep stolen stuff.
Well, while this may be the public face of my burgeoning empire, everyone needs a sharp hand. I tap 2 additional lands, and I summon an elite inquisitor, a 2 power, 2 toughness human soldier. First strike, vigilance, meaning he does not tap when attacked, protection from vampires, werewolves, and zombies.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure there was a spice pun in there somewhere, but I'm thinking better of it. In summation, I've shown you the 2 sides of the coin of my empire: a trade caravan and an elite inquisitor with 2 very, very sharp swords.
So it is written.
So let it be sown.
Everything looks marvelous. Look at it all packaged up so neatly, precisely, tied in a bow. You did a wonderful job, Martin.
Madness, Elno. What about when it gets opened? All my work is going to be destroyed and ruined. I spent so long crafting each box, each bin, the bows, the wrapping paper. They don't understand my genius.
And you did phenomenally. I understand your genius, which is why I gave you this job in the first place and not to get you out of my hair. So, when people unwrap it, I will just bring you in to wrap the next shipment. How does that sound? Is that all right to you?
No, I need to go with it. I need to make sure that it arrives at its destination permanently, completely tied together nicely. I know you'll miss me. I'm sure you'll miss me.
Terribly. Oh, I don't know if I could do without you for that long.
Maybe you could come.
No, I definitely can't do that. Well, I suppose, that you can go, and I will give you a special job. You will be Master Bowman. That means, if any of these bows get untied during the journey, you have to retie them.
Oh, finally, a position worthy of me.
Sharp, Martin's coming with you. He's coming with you. No, you owe me at least 2 favors.
Okay, you can come with me for 2 trips. Here's the empty boxes that I'm still bringing back for some reason then.
Oh, my preciouses are okay.
They are.
So you want to stay here, right?
Oh, no, these will come with us so I can keep an eye on them. Don't worry, it won't make the wagon much heavier.
2 trips. 2 trips. You owe me.
Ma'am? Is this my new position? I'm ready to wrap things.
Why don't you wait till this
What?
caravan... No. Why don't you wait till this caravan leaves?
But I'm ready.
I just had the most horrible dream.
Yes, that was a terrible dream. Leave! Bring him, now! Go!
Come on. Yeah.
Now we can be best friends.
Thank you, okay.
Now,
I believe in the power of business and Bill.
I don't even
I
have
wouldn't
to
share
say
with-
anything.
I
This
wouldn't
is
share with anybody. I would never share.
Oh no, sharing is bad. We don't share.
No, I
do
would
we?
only give something to someone if they gave me money for it.
And did someone give you money for it?
Not this time.
Not this time. Interesting.
I'll buy so many things.
Oh, I know. I know you will. Sweet, sweet Terrence. I know you're good for it. But just to make sure it doesn't happen again, I might have to ask you a few more questions. Starting with, which nostril is your favorite?
The left one.
I'm reasonable.
Oh, that really stings.
I love the blood of liars. It's sweeter.
Agrest. My most favorite inquisitor. Oh, and my goodness, you're in the middle of work.
Be still my beating heart. Bill, it is so good to see you. Terrence and I were just having the best conversation.
It looks like you're having some sort of Bill-terrogation here. Oh, he said the left was his favorite, didn't he? Yes.
You know me.
Yeah. Terrence, if I may for a moment.
I'll buy so many things. Mostly sugar. I'll buy so much sugar.
Hey, it's okay. Someone's gonna buy the sugar. You don't have to buy the sugar. You don't have to sell the sugar. You just have to know that whichever way it flows, goes upward, towards Bill. You can appreciate that, right?
I know a lot about the fluid dynamics of sugar.
Go. Be the one that advertises my greatness to the world.
Bill is good. Bill is great.
Be careful with your boogers, man. That might not heal right away.
I do so hate to interrupt you when you're doing
Business.
the God's work indeed. But I have a task for you.
Me?
There. Indeed. You might want to apply some sort of boot black or something to it. What I require is something more clandestine.
Oh.
There is a war coming between the shore and the land.
Okay.
Kairos' forces, such as they are, will mount. I'm sure some of them are just regular old humans with dirty knives, but some of them might be of the more supernatural variety. You have a certain
Bogus blades. Not a fan.
silver fangs. One of them will probably be a bat or some sort of...
Bat. Bane.
Ugh!
Mm.
You have a way with these things.
I do.
From now on, your sole duty is to monitor the coast. If anything nefarious tries to come by, and should it be spiced with something savory or sweet or delectable or anything that does not serve my sugarcane empire, end it.
I will ask them so many questions they turn around. I shall not fail you, Bill.
Try not to ask too many when one will simply do. Do you belong here? And then so on. Not to tell you how to do your work at rest.
Be best, Bill. Be best.
Namaste. Everyone is good at least one thing.
Everyone. I have a question about that, actually, and it's okay if you don't answer me because we are technically at war. But you have two fine creatures out, both good at something, as noted. But what if each of them want a promotion? You know what I mean? What if one of them says, I would like to be manager? Your logistics are so good. I figured I would ask, how do you manage when two people want the same thing? The reason why I bring it up is if two of my people want to be manager, I send them into the blood bog with rusty hooks. And whoever comes back out's the manager. But you can't grow an empire on land as big as yours with those kind of techniques. So I was just curious.
They serve a singular purpose, each of them, in my empire. Public trade, outward negotiations, blood talks. If they are going to be managers, they'll be the managers of their own specific field. Metaphorical, though in the caravan case, I might just have them pick up the rakes and hoes and stuff.
I bring under my control a third swamp. I tap all three to summon an underworld charger. It is a nightmare horse. One of the spicier, but not the spiciest, creature in my menagerie. 3 power, 3 toughness. It can't block because it's just gotta move, baby. Also, if you kill it, I could maybe bring it back from the dead. But that's a later problem, not a now problem. The now problem is that it's 3 power, 3 toughness, and can't block. If I'm coming ashore quick, Bill. Thus ends my turn.
So let it be written.
Indeed.
Honey, wake up!
Yes.
Goodness, you've woken up the whole neighborhood with this racket.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was having a horrible nightmare.
Not again.
Yes, I dreamt that all of us nightmares had to go out in the day.
That is nonsense. That would never be asked
Oh.
of you.
I had this feeling like a war is coming.
Darling, please.
I figured a gentle breeze would be less scary than me knocking on the barn door, but I'm outside.
My goodness,
Oh my goodness.
Get your mane in. Oh, God. Sire?
I'll cut right to it. There is indeed a war coming, and you have to go out in the daytime.
I told you! It's sorry! You're welcome for warning you all!
Well, you know what? Having nightmares did nothing to help you. You're just now more sleep deprived.
Well, at least I knew it was coming and I was emotionally prepared.
Fine.
Anyway.
I offer up my prized daughter for your service.
You what?
Nicely done, and welcome to the army. Just so you know, if you die, I might be able to bring you back, but that's a later problem, not a now problem. In the meantime, that whole island there, whatever you see, do chaos to it.
Okay. Bye, Mom. I'm gonna go cause chaos.
Going to go
Also,
back to
sprig of
sleep.
lavender, sprig of rosemary. Those are gifts to you. They smell nice. Everyone needs their own scent. She's gonna blow a bunch of stuff up, hopefully.
Well, if there's one thing regular horses enjoy, it's sugar cubes. Not entirely sure what I'm going to feed that one. A blade, perhaps.
A sugar blade, or was that a threat?
Why can't it be both?
Ah, true.
I untap my lands. I place a trade counter on trade caravan. A currency counter, technically, if we're being pedantic, which I always am.
Quite.
Draw the top card of my library. Very well. I place a fourth plains. Why don't I start with this, since you cannot block? I'll attack with the Elite Inquisitor and the Trade Caravan.
Vigilance!
Oh, she's good.
Yes, good enough to attack and defend. That's why I put her on the shore.
I thought she moved, but it turns out she was so fast she didn't move at all.
Wait to see it. Anyway, I am attacking you with these two creatures. That's a total of 3 power, unless you have something fancy.
Nothing fancy. Currently, my army is still getting off the ships, which means I've been reduced to 17 health.
Probably dusting off the cinnamon off their faces after that ridiculous challenge you posed to them.
Not everything in my spice army has cinnamon. Though most of them did. They all did participate in the cinnamon challenge. Oh, a lot of people died.
Did you put it in the lasagna, by the way? I've heard tales, grotesque and horrifying.
Let's put this war aside for 1 second because this is important.
That's why I asked.
People believe that they need to put cinnamon in lasagna, that it's somehow traditional or enhances a flavor. It does not. Never put cinnamon in your lasagna. I have traveled the world. I'm covered in spices. You don't need to do it. Nutmeg, maybe. But like a quarter teaspoon if you're doing 2 pounds of ground beef. To war!
I tap all 4 of my lands. 3 of them will go to an interesting character of mine, Ardenvale Tactician, a 2 power, 3 toughness, human knight aloft on a giant eagle. Close enough. It does have an ability which we will discuss later. Feel free to read now. While you do that, I will use the other mana floating around in my pool to summon Esquire of the King. A 1 power, 1 toughness human soldier. It's a theme. It has a power where I can give +1 power, +1 toughness until end of turn to other creatures I control. At the princely sum of 5 mana. Well, everyone's good at one thing.
Time to go to war then, sire?
There are numerous spreadsheets that could use your analysis, and I think your time would be much better spent there. In summation, I attacked you, bringing your life total from 20 to 17. I summoned the Ardenvale Tactician and the Esquire of the King.
So it is written.
So let the stone be thrown.
Oh, sir, thank you for tying a bow on my beautiful, beautiful present for my granddaughter. Here is much money.
Thank you. Now, this might upset you, but I'm going to have to attend your granddaughter's birthday party so I can make sure you don't disturb the bow until it's time.
Oh,
I'll be fine, and everyone will have a lovely time at the party!
well, yes, this way, come.
It's not time yet!
Element of surprise! How old are ya? Oops! Should have asked you that before. Whoops! What are you gonna do?
This is why you don't open the bow early!
This army? No. Oh dear.
No.
Oh no, the arrangement is all off.
Well, they are in a standard phalanx.
Oh, never say that. God. Oh, terrible. Absolutely terrible. No, what do you need to do?
Are the cavalry okay to come in and...
The cavalry. They, first of all, need a touch of blue in their uniform. Thank you very much. And I think your front line men here,
Yes. Tower shields.
give them a song.
In addition to the tower shields, or...
Sure, I don't care about the tower shields. Give them a song. It'll add more flair when you're marching into battle.
Y'all know the one from the pub? Next one of us is dead?
Next one of us is dead. Next one of us is dead. I hope it's you. Instead.
See what I mean? That is so much better. Oh, mwah, delightful, wonderful.
Keep the shields up, though, boys.
There's nothing that will terrify your enemies more than marching into battle with song.
Okay, no, I believe that part. I had my doubts. But no, if someone was marching towards me, about to die, and singing joyously...
You see, this is why you bring art to your tacticians.
Okay, I see.
Understand?
I understand. Okay,
Yes.
let me see if I... So the archers should have plumes, yeah? Helmets with plumes?
But-
Plumes so big
but the
that they
mistake-
almost fall in
The
front of them?
mistake people make
Mhm.
is giving plumes that are less than the same height of your head. It needs to be...
Soldiers! Thank you for helping me demonstrate, but this is the real army. Soldiers! Let's practice the song. This side go boom, 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 boom. Next one of us is dead. Next one of us is dead. I hope it's you, then it's me. Next one of us is dead. They're perfectly trained.
Well done. Here, your payment.
Thank you.
Or is it time to go?
Yes, thank you. There is no more artful way to exit than on Eagle.
He wants me attacking spreadsheets. He's putting together the army, and he wants me to attack spreadsheets. I don't know. I don't know if I can stay in this job anymore. I could do something else.
No, you can't.
Everybody's good at one thing.
Yes, and you're good at spreadsheets.
I've been making it up the whole time. I don't know how a spreadsheet works.
Does he know that?
No.
Then shut up.
He's gonna at some point he's gonna come back and say, "How's inventory?" And I'm gonna say, "Good." And then he's gonna
And he's
say,
gonna believe you because he pays you to tell him what is true.
You see that their living room is stacked with boxes and boxes in no particular order, with pages and sheets all over, with ribbons connecting them.
"Yo, no, everything's great. We're doing great. Just
I need you to just tell him what he wants to hear.
okay.
Understand?
Yep, I can attack spreadsheets. I can make something stronger. It just costs a lot of money. Costs a lot of money to make something stronger, and it's not because I'm buying it from the black market. I'm sourcing it.
I don't.
You don't need to
You,
know details.
I do not need
You
to know
don't-
the details.
You don't know details.
Please do not tell me the details.
You don't need to know details. I definitely don't buy things on the black market, and if any
Shut
inquisitor ever
up.
comes to you, you shouldn't say that.
Stop. Stop.
I'm good at.
Bye.
Okay,
I'm gonna go make dinner.
I love you.
First one is you.
It was
Oh my God, I love you too!
It's okay to marry your boss's daughter. It's a good idea.
Sometimes saying it too much is detrimental. It's not saying it at all. It replaces hello. You know what I mean?
I understand. I don't want to devalue it. Speaking of, a lot of chaos down on the docks.
First one is you. Probably not. Then the next one is
Ah. Wasn't that something? All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tap. I'm going to tap 2 mana and summon Thieves' Tools. When Thieves' Tools enter the battlefield, create a treasure token.
Does one work for you?
Yeah, that's perfect. This color of amber smells like caramel. Comes from a very far away place. A wonderful artisan made that. Very impressive woman. Her whole family worked caramels. Great confectioners of the far south.
I can appreciate that. The sugar is one of the key ingredients, unless you made it with something peculiar.
No, I did make it with sugar. The peculiar thing was how they all died. I killed them and stole all of it. Which, in hindsight, might have been bad. But, you know, you can't make a melange without killing a few spices, you know? Anyway, we now have this artifact, which, if I sacrifice, I can add some mana of any color, which is very exciting. Also, I can spend 2 mana to equip this onto that. And when I do, it means that equipped creature can't be blocked as long as its power is less than 3. 3 or less, rather. Which means my underworld charger now has Thieves' Tools.
So like hooks and rakes and such for popping out locks and
There it
things.
said, bump open the lock and get in there. I tell you, if it's one thing that confectioner's family screamed while dying, it was this. Never trust a horse with tools. Anyway, I'm going to attack with it for 3 damage, unless you have a way to block the unblockable nightmare horse thief.
I'm still trying to get over how they operated with the hooves. I have nothing.
You'll see it for yourself soon enough.
In a waking sort of way or a nightmare? You know what?
It's up there.
Now, I know you've got your concerns about the sugar reserves, but I assure you,
They're just so unprotected.
not anymore. Let me introduce you to the state of the art. This vault door is constructed entirely of adamantine, and it has 16 different tumblers. Yes, I swear by my good name Figglebert Figgins that were anyone to be able to break in through that door, I will kill myself in hilarious fashion. I make this claim in every door I install, and I've been doing this for 10 years.
Well, all right. That is my family's whole livelihood there behind that door. Our entire sugar work factory and everything we've ever made and the recipe to our secret caramel.
Well, there's absolutely no need to worry, because, as I've said once again, this door I will stick my... Oh my God!
The door!
What? With the mouth! Don't stop turning this! Just 3, 4...
Please, don't do it! Whatever you're doing!
Please stop! I have a claim that I've made very publicly! Ah!
What do you want with my sugar? Oh my God.
Oh, she's not even eating it, she's just licking little bits and everything!
Wait. I came here for a reason. Knives.
Those are all our sugar tools. What are you doing with them?
Keeping them. For war. Putting them away.
I would help, but my life is already forfeit. I didn't say I would protect your goods, I said the door would not open.
I just... convince you not to take all of this?
It's a rubber chicken.
Would you like to come fight in the war? It's a very good war. For a very good cause. No? Okay. What'd you say? Never trust a horse with tools? Okay.
Tough day for you, Bill.
I think you'll find it's a tough day for specific select individuals that will not adversely affect the whole.
Indeed, you're more than just your work. That's for sure.
I'm doing 17/20th of a great day so far. I shall untap my lands. I shall place a caravan counter on trade caravan. Currency counter. I'm going to get the name right one of these times. Untap my creatures. Draw the top card of my library. And, well, since equipment seems to be the thing, I shall place down another planes, tap 2 of them, and summon Ancestral Blade. An equipment where, when Ancestral Blade, I didn't even read this, enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, then attach Ancestral Blade to it. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. He is 2 power, 2 toughness. He is an impressive and formidable soldier, and his blade is equally as impressive and formidable. And never 2 shall split, unless I pay 1 to equip it elsewhere. I shall then attack you, manaless and soldierless as you are, with my trade caravan, my elite inquisitor, my Arden Vale my Arden Vale tactician, and just what? Oh no, wait, I don't have the mana for it. Never mind. Esquire of the King, get in there, you old so-and-so! I'm gonna pay 1 mana to put the Ancestral Blade on the Arden Vale, on the Elite Inquisitor. Now he's just a guy, and the Elite Inquisitor has another 3rd very impressive blade.
So, just to make sure, in the labyrinthine, potentially even Byzantine complicated logistics of your empire.
Sorry, we prefer the term Byzantine. Thank you.
Byzantine empire. You called someone forth with their ancestral blades, something that was worth so much to them. You push them forth towards the front line that they may do justice to their name, their house, their blade, and their memory. And right at the last second you said, no, give it to that guy.
His great and honorable bloodline has summoning sickness, and I want to get the most out of the way.
That is fair. I don't know, there's just something so unromantic about it, but you did do a lot of damage to me just now, so what do I know about romance?
Okay,
Except for all the people I made out with in my swamp.
in summary, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage to you.
And in summary, plot-wise.
No, that's a good point. I summoned forth an ancestral blade, and there was a person attached to it.
Ah.
And I brought forth to bear the blade with Legrest, my elite inquisitor. And I pushed your forces back from the coast, or wherever they decide to stage this.
So, someone showed up with a blade, gave it to the Inquisitor, the trade caravan, the Ardenvale tactician, and the Esquire all attacked my soldiers down at the beach.
In their various appropriate ways.
Now, there's various
Stabbing,
machinations, it's
paramines.
not all violence, because as
Can't
you
wait to
said,
see what my spreadsheet got.
everyone is good at something.
Let it be done.
So it shall be.
Alright, I had a lot of kids. Many of them have died. So your name is...
James?
James? Sure, that sounds good. Look, the important thing is that this is our ancestral blade. It's been passed down in our family for generations. Back when we were kings, and then when we were dukes.
Father.
Yeah?
Do you remember my name now?
What?
My name, I just said it to you.
Yeah, the important thing is that it's the ancestral blade of our family. We were dukes, and then we've been sort of like barons.
Yes, I know, I was one of many, but they all died. And you, well, not chose, but have given me the ancestral blade. So now I'm important to you, right?
Look, Filbert, or look, it's
That is
important.
not close at all.
Look, we value results in this family. So as long as you can do something impressive with the ancestral blade, it's a magical blade. It shouldn't be hard.
Ow!
That wasn't
Ow.
exactly what I meant.
Ow.
Look, just hold on to that, and I promise, if you can hold on to that and do something good with it, I will care? I don't want to say love. I will care for
But
you.
if I do something really good,
Okay, yeah. Yeah, if you do something really good,
sword safety always pointed down.
before I die, which is imminent, hence me giving it to you, I will at least remember your name, Bobby.
What is my name, Father?
I made the promise I made.
You'll remember that my name is Bobby?
You tell it one more time, I'll write it down.
James.
Well, hold on, I haven't the paper out yet. You can't expect me to remember something so unimportant like, right off the bat.
Let me see this. Jessica?
You look like a... Okay.
I'm not gonna do you any honors.
Alright. Rudimentary standard equipment check. Step right up to the line in the sand. It's very, very standard. Just need to check all your equipment before you head out to sea. Alright. What do you have in that pocket?
A clipboard that should be too big to fit in a pocket, yet it fits in there anyway.
I am impressed with the deceptive nature of that clipboard.
Thank
Carry
you.
on. Make us proud. And you there.
I'm carrying about 60 pounds of boxes wrapped ever so perfectly.
And what, may I ask, is your relationship to each and every package?
Deep and intimate.
37 minutes later,
And this one's name is Weichel. And I love him.
I love him too. That was beautiful. And a wonderful journey. I've never felt anything like that before. What is your maternal grandmother's most cherished possession?
My maternal grandmother's most cherished possession was her daughter, my mother. And I killed her.
Love that. Let's touch blades. Bing. Have a great journey.
You as well.
Safe travels.
I'm gonna cut to the chase. Take it.
You want me to ask you?
Don't even bother.
I have like
I don't
12
even
questions lined up.
Is it about my father? Because he doesn't care about me. Is it about my bloodline, my ancestral line? Because I don't care about them. So just have it.
Your family crest is so cool.
Oh, thank you. It's like designed completely without any care for the actual people.
Wow, yeah, this eagle is totally turning away from
None
the
of them are looking
person.
at each other.
No, yeah, there's no connection here at all. This is wild. I wouldn't even call this a family.
Exactly.
No, they're just strangers.
They're just strangers fighting together.
I have to have this.
Take it. Keep it.
I love
Right.
this.
Maybe my father will remember your name.
Legrest, just in case, because I'm really proud of that one. So I just want to make sure everyone's
Good. Well, your friendly neighborhood spice pirate is having a tough time.
Many hands make light work, especially when they're all hepped up on sugar.
Yeah, yes they are. That's a good point.
One moment, Kairos. My page has something to. Is this one of yours?
No, sir.
No, that's
no,
one of yours.
no, sir.
Though if you want a new job, I have a lot of openings, more so by the minute based on the screams.
Has a clipboard.
Nice. Can that fit in a pocket?
I'm sorry. This is actually a closed meeting.
Oh, I understand.
Nobody questions you if you have a clipboard. I sunk 18 ships. You just say you're there for inspection. Nobody questions you.
You've learned a lesson that takes a lot of my army's years, decades.
I'm very good at my job. I'm very good at more than one thing, even. I mean, I'm good at one thing, and only one thing, because everybody's only good at one thing. And
No.
everybody's only good at one thing, and I'm
did
good at one
I say
thing.
that?
I'm only good at one thing, sir.
Hey, my clipboard master.
Yes.
You can be good at more than one thing. Believe me, a singular focus has worked very well for me, but you can be a jack of all trades. I don't just pride you for your ability to walk in and sink 18 ships. I pride you on your ability to document the specific and critical losses to my opponents for each one of those ships. You're my spreadsheet guy!
Yes, sir. I know where all of the inventory is.
Nadal, did you have something else to discuss?
No, sir. No, sir.
I'm proud of you. I can see a promotion of some sort of manner in your future.
Yes, sir.
All hail the Sugar Empire.
Of course, sir.
All hail. Music.
Bill.
Nailed it. That'll be all.
Did you tell him that he needed to hear?
But we're going to sink at least one ship, right?
The pride of work. I'm sorry, I'm lost. This is still your turn.
It is. You know, it's funny, Bill. When I go into town, I come in with one of two things, gold or steel. If it's gold, I buy everything. If it's steel, I take everything. But one way or the other, I'm in and I'm out fast. Usually people go running and screaming, being chased away by the pungent aromas of my screaming army. Not today, though, Bill.
No, not
I'm
today.
trying to figure out why.
It's because your empire, if I might be so bold as to postulate a theory, is ephemeral. Much like the spice that you trade. It's many and varied, and simply can't be brought to bear appropriately for the task at hand. Your army, such as it is, sails the Bracken Sea. There's no cohesion. How do you exchange messages? By eagles? There's one eagle on the table and I own it.
We just kind of hope. It's like, oh, I hope another ship shows up. It's not very effective.
Hope is a beautiful thing, but it does not make the sugar trains run on time. Sugar does. Once you crystallize it and
What,
turn it into a
turn
hard
it
block
to-
of gold,
yes, of
and then you
course.
put it into the furnace.
I know how sugar thaumaturgy works. In any event, I bring down a fifth mana, and what I'm going to do... this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a few different things. And by a few different things, I mean one really interesting thing. I tap 5 mana, and I cast Final Death on the Elite Inquisitor. The Elite Inquisitor is exiled. Why did I do that? A few reasons. One, the Elite Inquisitor represents everything that scares me, specifically order and the ability to not run away from me. She doesn't even move, she's just there, doing damage. So, I have exiled the Inquisitor. Also, I'm attacking with my tool-wielding Nightmare Horse. For 3 damage. And that is just about the end of it.
Very well. It's a dark and interesting story, but I feel it could use a little more whimsy. I tap 2 mana, and I play the ability Dizzying Swoop! An instant-style Avenger attached to my Arden Veil Tactician we hadn't mentioned up until this point! Tap up to 2 target creatures, then exile this card. It will spend its days, hours, or however it works in the exile realm, with the Elite Inquisitor until I summon it later from exile. I will preemptively tap your Underworld Charger, halting its attack.
That kind of thing would only be possible with an elite, as yet unheard of amount of logistics. Bill, this island of yours is a fortress of brilliance. It's not very fun, but it is brilliant.
I find the sugar brings its own fun. People just having a blast doing what they do best. Speaking of which, since it, only during your opponent's upkeep. Never mind.
So, to review, I tried to cast a final death spell on your Inquisitor,
That totally worked.
which did totally work.
Yep, the ancestral blade lies point down, it's slightly at an angle, fallow in the dirt.
Wow. Wow, it's like a new adventure waiting to happen right there.
I was going to, but then on your up, I had to land, and
I understand.
it's fine.
So, I did indeed exile your Inquisitor, and then I tried to attack with my thieves' tool wielding nightmare horse, but instead it was simply tapped.
It
So,
went, it went on an adventure.
it went on an
A
adventure.
dizzying swoop, if you will.
Ah, quite. So no damage has been done to you.
The horse terrifies me. Something had to be done.
I understand. Well, in summation, no one attacked you, and my nightmare horse has gone on an adventure elsewhere. So it is written.
So let it be done.
Bill, I have to go to the South Shore. Are you fucking kidding me, man? I hate it there. Their pizza sucks.
Well, indeed, yes, it's...
They don't have beef. Come on. Can I at least bring my cool? Like, I'm stacked now. Look, I got 1, 2, but
No.
also 3.
Yeah,
Look at
no.
this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
No,
This is such
it is fantastic. May I hang on to it for a second?
Wait, what?
I just sort of made a promise.
But
At an
it
angle.
mine.
Right then.
Boing.
Legress, the ugly truth of it is you go sometimes where you are needed, sometimes where you are told. And while I might be a mighty sugar baron, control all things, it is the South Shore for you. You've always been great to me, Legress. We will not forget. She is.
May I take one last beef for the road, Bill? I won't have any on the South Shore.
Make it count. And for the love of the white and black and all the colors of mana, don't put cinnamon on it.
No, never. Sauce, beef, and cheese for life.
So, do you think the South Shore is real, or is it just a thing we say when pets die?
Honey. Of course the South Shore is real.
Okay,
Betsy is there.
okay,
Copper is there.
okay.
Millie is there. All of them frolicking free on the South Shore.
I'm just saying, why don't they ever come and visit if they're so happy on the South Shore and they love me so much?
Well, honey, it's a magical place down there. You know.
All right. Well, anyway, point is, I'm really glad that we still have our ancestral sugar. So,
Me too.
hey, terrifying horsewoman. Sorry, it's after 1, so I'm gonna go take my nap. You should probably also take your nap. Everyone takes a nap at 1 o'clock in Bill's Empire.
Oh yeah, I'll nap.
Okay, good. Here, I'll show you where the nap bins are.
Is it near the sugar?
Yeah.
Great.
They used to call it the crash before I wiped that out. Now it's called Bill Resurrection.
That's nice.
Working over there.
Eagle?
Do you see that? Down there, far, far down, I spy a creature ready for adventure. You know what? I have arranged armies, I have composed songs, but what I have not done is told one beautiful story of a horse on an adventure. It's not part of my portfolio, you see.
We can fix it. We can take her on an adventure past the South Shore, past the even Souther Shore, onto the final continent.
Swooper. Beautiful and efficient.
What do nightmares dream of? I'm just trying to wrap my head around that when they're doing they sleep.
I assume they look inward to find the even deeper nightmares. A real spooky stuff.
kind of twisted machinations that only 35 pounds of sugar cubes can bring on at 1 p.m. Bill Freshman. I like that a little better.
See, that's nice.
I'll
I like
untap.
that.
I'll put a third currency counter on my trade caravan. Draw the top card of my library.
Excuse me. My, husband has something to tell you. Some great news. Excellent news. Correct, husband?
We're deep in the red.
Excuse me? What he means is that all of your ships have been burned already. Every single one of them.
None of them are taking all of the sugar that we have.
They're
They're all
just-
taking all of the sugar that we have. We didn't have very much to begin with, really. I'm not very good at spreadsheets, but you put me there because that's what the son-in-law should do, is take over the business when the old man dies. But I'm not actually good at that. It wasn't entirely my fault. Actually, nobody underneath you likes you. I like you, Dad. I love you, Dad. But no one will listen
Rosa?
to
Don't
me.
listen to him. Don't listen to him. Everything is fine. Everything has been executed perfectly. Your logistics have been in place. You have orchestrated a whole
Rosa?
thing.
Rosa,
What?
my sweetest. And you
Yes.
know I don't say that lightly. I love you dearly. You are my sun and stars and sugar. But right now I don't need a yes woman. I need the truth. And ironically as it is, it can't be sugar-coated. We'll speak soon.
We've got like 3 pounds left.
So you know nothing of spreadsheets. No. And our Navy, which apparently we have, has been decimated.
No. His navy has decimated.
All right then.
What I said we didn't have a navy. We never had it. Nobody wants to go on the boats.
And no, they should they? Sugarcane is grown on land, probably.
There's got to be something we can use. Something, anything.
What is it that you want? What is it that you want to do? What is it in that trembling, sugar-crashing heart that you want to contribute to my empire?
Just thinking I could paint.
Very well. You can paint. Your milieu shall be the spice and blood of my enemies. I tap 4 mana and play Commanding Presence, an enchantment on my Esquire of the King, getting him +2 power, +2 toughness, and first strike, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. He has work to do. And it's going to be made a little bit easier when his great artisanal brush is the Ancestral Blade!
It's a big painting of Bill, and it says "Hope" at the bottom. Propaganda is very effective.
Did my daughter screw up my library? I told her not to come in.
And this has been
Magic, the Gathering, the show, the end!
Thank you so much for being here. We are Magic the Gathering, the show. We will be back here 1 week from today at 6 p.m. If you want to find out more about us, we are on Facebook, facebook.com/magiclaughs. We put up events every time we have shows elsewhere or here. Thanks so much
And
for
bring
being
your
here.
cards next week.
Bring your cards next
To
week.
save me.
Because he didn't actually cheat. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. We have another show in 20 minutes, so stick around if you want. I think we got a couple tickets left for that. Otherwise, have a great night. Thanks for coming out. Bye.